So I think most people who start off in ESL believe that the classes should be very student-centered as opposed to teacher-centered. And of course that's true. We want the students to do a lot of activities so that they can improve their English. But I also believe that the classes need to be very efficient or customized. And what I mean by that is before I teach a piece of grammar or vocabulary or some cultural topic, I like to find out first how well the students understand that topic. So it's really important for me to elicit the target that I want to teach in the beginning of class. And I can do that in a variety of ways. So for example, I could, ask the students, why is Mount Everest famous? And they could answer by saying, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. Okay, that is my target, the superlative, the tallest. And so when students are coming up with those kinds of answers, it gives me information. It tells me that they already have a good command of this target. All I need to do in the class is to give them lots of productive activities so that they can practice using the target in a creative way, make their own sentences. However, in most cases, I've found that when I have asked questions like this, without using the target, but just to elicit the target, I will get some problem with the structures I'm getting back. So for example, they might say Mount Everest, tallest mountain. Which shows me that they don't really know how to make the superlative structure. So that's good information, and I'll go around the room and find out how well students can actually use the target that I want to teach. If they don't use it very well, that's great. There's no problem. I will have lots of handouts and exercises and drills ready so that I can help them practice the structures before I get them to use them in more creative ways and come up with their own sentences. So I think to have a really efficient class, it's important to find out how well your students can master the target you want to teach, as opposed to just teaching a target without and finding out that it's either too hard for them or it's too easy for them. Probably the most difficult part of classroom management in ESL is when you have to deal with students of varying levels. So some of them will be quite high, maybe too high for the class you're teaching, and some of them will be quite low, too low for the class you're teaching. And so you have to find a way of bringing these groups of people together. And I find that some people believe that it's good to have the high-level students with the low-level students because the high-level students can be like your teaching assistant. They can help out the low-level students and, basically be supportive of your lesson. But I tend to think that's the wrong approach. I liked the idea. I don't regard the high-level students as a bunch of Mother Teresas who are there to just help me out. They are there to be challenged, just like the low-level students are. And so I think there's nothing wrong with high-level students working together in the same class and having low-level students work together, because although you're doing the same thing in the class, what you could more easily do is provide more challenging tasks to the higher level students. You're doing the same tasks, but you're getting the high level students to do things in more depth. And so they're feeling challenged, and the low level students aren't feeling intimidated and feeling like they're dragging people down. They're also feeling challenged and motivated, but at a basic level.